Hello, my name is Jolene Smith and I work at Nevada Fire Department. So my presentation today is more of an interesting fact versus a demonstration. In no way, shape, or form would I ever want to demonstrate this, nor would anybody else, I guarantee you. So a couple shifts ago, my captain had asked me and two other guys to do some research and find out two interesting facts or something that we did not know in the fire service. And we would discuss it later at the end of the day after we'd done our daily duties. We found this to be annoying. We typically do sometimes just because we get busy and whatnot. And the last thing we want to do is sit there and research and explain. But he's very big on teaching, and he says every moment's a learning moment, which is very true. So at the end of the day, we do appreciate it because he wants us to know the how, what, why, when, and where, everything, and explain it, which is good. Disclaimer, no way, shape, or form is he even watching this, so I'm not kissing butt, just throwing that out there. Anyway, so this is one of the two facts that I have found incredibly interesting. So way back in 1607 to 1867, so 264 years, Japanese firefighters, from what I gathered, was the earliest firefighters in the original ones on record. Granted, it's from a different country, but firefighter in a whole, period. But for 264 years, they would extinguish fires essentially by smothering it, which makes sense. Before they would ever enter the building, they would drench themselves with hoses, essentially to make them less flammable. Again, makes sense, especially with products back then being, natural products and whatnot. That'd work. Nowadays, you would dry in an instant and you would die in that same instant. So, not a good idea. But for that long of time, that's what they believed was true. So, before they would ever enter the building, they would dress themselves, like I said, from head to toe, which in turn made them weigh 75 pounds heavier. Put this in perspective is I'm 135 pounds. With all my gear on an SCBA, I weigh 191 pounds. You add 20 more pounds, that's 211 pounds on a 5'1" frame. No, that would be a long day. Oh, good Lord. I can't even imagine. So, anyways, with their fully wet clothes and a pole with a hook on the end of it, which is what we call a pike pole today, which could be actually the first recorded instance of using a pike pole, actually. What they would do is they would try to pull the building onto itself and just smother the fire, which it does make sense. They believe that preventing the spread of the fire was more important than saving the entire structure itself. They could get away with that back then just because, like I said, all the natural products and whatnot. Now today, our fire load is extreme. So that can't really happen the way they did it. Another fun fact about all this is that only 5% all recorded fires which happened in Japan centuries for 264 years resulted in death. So there was essentially a method to their madness because 5% is minuscule for that many years. That's not even a dot, which is crazy. I'm telling you right now, I'm a very strong-willed person. I'm very hard-headed, and I don't back down from challenges generally, period. That right there is a big fat nope. Nope from me, not ever, no. So, but can you imagine doing that? Just food for thought. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't, but I found it incredibly interesting. It's something that kind of sticks with me. So, you're welcome. Thank you.